and that's how good technology is. Hello. Yes, because I've got that facility now, I can do this. So welcome to the group stage review. I can't believe we've gone through the group stages already.
Well, this is it. 8 groups, 32 songs have all been voted on. Some surprising results.
There's been some very surprising results. And at the end of this, you'll find out who the last 2 are. We will announce them, of course, to that later, but we're going to do it now as well.
Yeah.
So I thought if we add to the stage, we'll add up the things. It's a little group thing. So how we're going to do this, we're going to show you the group as it was. I will say who I wanted to go through. Dave will do the same, and then we'll see the proper results.
Hopefully, technology works.
Yes, we have practiced this, and it did work then. So here we go. So way back in October, this all started, didn't it?
Oh, crikey, yes.
So we had Group 1, which was The Rock, and we had Wet Willie, Keep On Smiling from Michael. We had Charles White and On a Storyteller's Night. We had Mick and Grand Funk Railroad. We're an American Band. Bachman Turner, Overdrive. You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet from Norm, which was one of our new entrants. Now, how would you have gone?
Personally, I would have gone. I was tossing it in the air because I deliberately tried not to make a choice while the competition was running, to leave it until doing this.
Yeah.
And for me, it's a toss-up between Grand Funk Railroad and Bachman Turner Overdrive. Wet Willie, never heard. Listen to it, not my thing. Magnum, yes, it's okay. But familiarization, GFR or BTO at all. Of the two, Bachman Turner Overdrive for me.
Well, I think it was obvious which one I was going for.
You're going to go for Magnum, aren't you?
Yes, because they're one of my favorites.
Exactly.
I would have given the Magnum some support. So how did it actually end, if we can all remember?
Well, it ended this way. Hopefully you can see that.
Yes.
Bachman Turner Overdrive got 14 votes. 56%, over half of those who voted went for BTO. Magnum got 6. GFR got 4. And Wet Willie, sorry, Michael, your one vote did. You voted.
But I was surprised over Magnum, actually. I didn't.
Yeah.
Charles, I didn't think Magnum would get through, but I was having a quiet cheer when I found out Magnum had gone through.
Yeah.
So that was Group A. It was a tough group.
It was. Yes and no. I think it was familiarity in a way. Not so much bred contempt, but overpowered the opposition. Everybody knows You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet. It is a classic of the rock era, but anyway.
So let's move on to Group B, which was singers and songwriters. We had a David Hunt put in Imagine, John Lennon. Our very own Nick's Vinyl Buddy. Well, there was only one song he were going to put in.
Yes. How
many copies has he got of that now? I don't know. Every time we go to Leeds, he buys at least one. We had a new entry from the Rock Beast. Now, Rock Beast is a young lad up in Scotland, and he put in the Air Tonight, Phil Collins, and up the road from Dave was Richard McCook, and he put in Wuthering Heights. Another good group. Nick will be pleased because I'd have gone for Gary Newman's Cars.
You see, in a way, that surprised me because I know you really, really like Kate Bush.
I love Wuthering Heights, but if it was running up that hill or cloud bursting, it'd have been a no-brainer.
Yeah. The fact that it was Wuthering Heights, yes. Yeah. It didn't do it for me. I would have been the same sort of thing. If it had been running up that hill, yes, that no brainer. It would have gone straight for that. But I ended up once again tossing things around, and for me, it would have been a toss up between Gary Newman or Phil Collins, and again, I plumped for Gary Newman.
Oh, so we both would have said Gary Newman on that one. So what did the British public vote?
Well, the world public, not just the British, the world public voted this away. Hopefully you can see that nicely. John Lennon with 11 votes and Gary Newman with 10 votes are the two who qualify. Kate Bush, 7, and Phil Collins only got 2. Which is unfortunate.
Which is unfortunate. So I thought them two would have gone through.
I agree.
Sorry, Richard.
But I thought Kate Bush would have had a better showing than she did.
Yes.
But if you want to see something that I will go here to the analytics. The votes per country, an awful lot of votes, excuse me, 4 votes from the UK for Kate Bush, 10 from the UK for John Lennon, 1 for Phil Collins, 8 for Gary Newman. Do you wonder where did the rest come from? 2 votes from the US for Gary Newman, 1 for Kate Bush, and 1 for John Lennon. Which you think John Lennon, Beatle, you would have thought, as has been the case in the past, American voters would have gone, oh, John Lennon.
Yeah.
He's a Beatle. No. Ireland, Kate Bush got 2, and that would have been Richard and Charles. And then Norway, and I suspect this is Zed.
Or someone that
went for Phil Collins. So it was a surprising result.
It was. So then we went to one of my favourite groups, which was the punk post-punk.
Mm-hmm.
And this one we had Car Trouble from Adam and the Ants from Jason. From Jimmy Barnes, we had Rise and PIL. Stevie's Vinyl Cupboard, Going Underground, and Mike's Vinyl Spiral, What a Waste, Ian Jury.
Mm-hmm.
I think this would have been unanimously for me and Dave because I love Going Underground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just my first introduction to the Jam, really.
Yes. I mean, there were a bunch of songs that came out sort of roughly the same sort of era, and they all have the same sort of thing. Once you hear it, it gets stuck in your head, and you can Going Underground, bang, straight away. You know exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I had the single. It disappeared. I wonder where that went. I've got a rough. I have a rough idea where it went, but that's another story. But I've now got it again. I brought it again.
You could say the same thing for another one, Eton Rifles.
Yeah,
there is a rhythm, a beat. There is something about the song that once you hear it, it gets stuck in your head. At least for me.
Yeah.
So I agree.
So how did the voting go?
Well, it went this way. Ooh, my goodness me. Going Underground got 14 votes. Rise, PIL, got 13. Ian Jury, 6. And Adam and the Ants only got 3. So it was a close run thing, but PIL were not my favourite group. I never really got into them. Like I say, I would have voted.
I love Car Trouble. I love Adam and the Ants, but
I don't think it's their best single.
Oh, it's definitely not. It's one of those. It's a good one.
Yeah, but something like Stand and Deliver, or one of the earlier. And Music. Yes.
So next up was Halloween Hell and the Group of Death. Every
We only called it that because it was going to go out on Halloween. So,
But this was the group of death. Every football competition, there's always or that's the group of death, because every one of these was just worthy of a place in the next round. We had from Pulsar, Deep Purple's Black Knight. From Mick, we had the Stones, I Can't Get No Satisfaction. From Braces 18, Nirvana's Teen Smells Like Teen Spirit, and the Rock Beast. Now, considering Rock Beast is the youngest member to take place in this, and he chose a classic that wasn't even out when he was born. He was not born when this came out, so it was a brilliant choice. And
were any of them out? Were any of them out before? After Rock Beast was born?
Yeah. Well, it's obvious which one I was going for every day of the week.
Yes, yes, but then again, it's a tight knit group.
Yeah.
Now, I looked and I thought, right, Nirvana Smells Like Teen Spirit. I hear it at least twice a week on Planet Rock or somewhere on the radio. Satisfaction, you don't hear as much. They're not playing it as much these days because there's more music. Black Knight, yes, it gets played over and over and over, but you know where you are with it. And The Who won't get fooled again. TV. It's a TV theme, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So
is it one of the CSI or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. I know they've got used Who Are You as well. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, they've done rather well out of TV themes. Yes. But they are. Personally, Black Knight.
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah. So
how did the world decide on this one?
Here we go. As you can see, The Who came out on top with 12 votes. Deep Purple came out second with 10 votes. The Stones only got 5 votes, and Nirvana got 4, which I thought was rather interesting. I thought, okay, let's have a look and see where the votes came from. Now, as you can see, it started off The Who, bum, 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 shot up, and then just constant. The same with Deep Purple. They sort of initial bit. But the rest, nothing. I was really surprised. And as you can see, we only had 2 votes from the States. One for Black Knight and one for the Stones. Nothing from Ireland. Both Irish votes went for Nirvana.
Ooh.
And our Norwegian voter went for the Stones. Satisfaction. So as the UK were split, 9 for Deep Purple, 2 for Nirvana, 11 for The Who. Now I think that's more. Oh, it's a British band. Let's support the British band. But then I could be wrong. I probably am wrong.
Yeah. So that was quite tight in the.
It was in the end.
So
only 2 votes.
So next up was the electronic new wave. So in that we had Blue Monday from New Order from Cast Clem, a new person. Brian Jones put Ashes to Ashes from David Bowie. Our friend Charles put in I Want to Be Adored, Stone Roses, and for Michael, Love and Loneliness from the Motors. Tough one this is because they're all very good.
They are, but whenever I saw this group, I thought, for me, there's only one. David Bowie.
Yeah,
I would have gone Bowie every time because I like that whenever he did this, he made a reference back to one of his most iconic singles, Major Tom.
Yeah.
We all know Major Tom's a junkie.
Yeah,
Whenever I heard that, the first time I heard that, I went, "What?" And I need to hear that. And luckily, whenever I heard it, it was on cassette. Rewind, play that song again. And I just fell in love with it.
yeah,
Absolutely
it
brilliant.
is it's a classic. So how did the world decide this one?
Oh, this was interesting. This was interesting. Yay, Mr. Bowie, 14 votes. New Order with Blue Monday came in second with 11. The Stone Roses and the Motors both got 4 each. Oh, okay. I went back and listened to Blue Monday. Yes, not my all-time favorite.
No, it's a good track, but it's probably their best track. But so
Yeah.
now then the next one. This is where we started getting some really gritty stuff, and this was Group F, the iconic songs. Every one of them, from
Yes.
David Hunt, No Woman, No Cry, Bob Marley, from Jimmy Barnes, Joy Division, Love Will Tear Us Apart, from reigning champion Simon, Sunny Afternoon, The Kinks, and Substitute from Stevie's Vinyl Cupboard.
Mm-hmm. This was a really tough one.
Yeah, but I love The Kinks.
Likewise, I also like Bob Marley because that is an all-time classic. The Who, Substitute.
That's not my favourite Who song at all.
Not,
I think it's one of their
it's
weakest
bloody
singles.
good. I think it's bloody good. As a single, yes, it stands up. On the album, I wasn't 100%. But Joy Division, I'm not a fan. Yes, I know the song. I have heard. I do hear it on the radio, but not my favourite. I would have been. Oh, which way am I going to go? I would have ended up. Excuse me, sorry. I would have gone with the Kinks, I think.
Yes. So how did it all go?
Wow, this is going to be a surprise for you. Joy Division, 13 votes, and The Who, with Substitute, both got 13. And we'll have a look at the analytics in a moment to show why we've done something. Bob Marley with 9 and the Kinks with 8. Relatively, I think this is one of the closer groups.
Yes, I do as well.
There was a fair spread, but we need to go and look at the vote analytics to show you something. So, Joy Division, here we go. They're up here. They get to 13 on November the 18th. The Who get to 13 on November the 20th. So because Joy Division got to the top number first, they qualify as seed number 1 from the group, as it were, and The Who qualify in second place.
So that was an interesting run. So Group G, this was another interesting group, Generations.
Yeah.
We had Midnight Trying to Join Us from Terry Wilson. We had Rock Around the Clock from Bill Haley from the Pars group.
Mm-hmm.
That's Entertainment, the Jam from Rob Walker, and Simon's Waterloo Sunset, the Kinks.
Now, I can't really vote on this one because the Pars group, I'm a member of the Pars group, but it wasn't me that I just told them, this is what we're doing. What do you think was, the greatest single of all time? And there were 4 or 5 suggestions, one of which I could have guaranteed every time. One of the guys is an absolute ABBA nut. And he will always say ABBA. But the rest of the ladies, there were 2 or 3, and they had a little confab, and they said, all right, Rock Around the Clock. Because It was actually playing that morning during our exercise class. And it is. It's a boppy song. Once you get going, you just cannot stop. Anybody and everybody can dance to that, can sing along to it. It's boppy. Midnight Train to Georgia. It's a bit of a dirge sometimes. The Jam, that's entertainment. Not my. We've had the Jam. We've discussed the Jam before. I don't think that's entertainment is their best. Waterloo Sunset, real classic. Oh, absolute classic. If this had been, if we'd done a 60s, 70s, and the two Kinks were in the same group, I would have been hard pushed. But I think I would have gone for Waterloo Sunset first.
Yeah, every time I'm on Waterloo Station, all I think of is this song. So, yeah.
I mean,
now this,
as a personal choice out of this group, I would have gone for Bill Haley. But you?
I would have still gone with the Kinks.
Yeah.
So
well,
let's have a look at
this is the first group where we had a wipeout.
Yeah, and it was this big shock
that Bill Haley got absolutely nothing. I mean, it's recognised as one of the first proper rock and roll songs, and it didn't get a single vote. So sad.
Yes, but it was Gladys Knight and the Pips. I mean, it's a great classic song.
It is.
So where did the votes come for Gladys then?
Well, let's have a look. The UK, 12 votes for Gladys. Nothing from the US.
Which was
nothing
surprising.
From Norway. And nothing from Ireland. It's all the UK.
So all the UK people liked Gladys Knight. That's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, and it was all the UK liked the Jam. With nothing from the States, nothing from Norway. Ireland, there was only one, and I don't know if Richard missed out or if Charles missed out.
Yeah.
Somebody didn't vote from Ireland.
Yeah.
But the one Irish vote went to the Kinks.
So that leaves us with Group H, which we don't know the result of yet. So,
I do.
Yes,
I do. I'm a sneaky bugger. I can look at it.
Yeah. So this was last week. So these four are still all in for a run here. We got Bizarre Love Triangle. That's Kaz Clem's second entry.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Ryan, Gino Dex's Midnight Runners, My Generation from M Blanche, 2 from The Who, and Mike's Virginia Plain.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now this was tough for me because apart from one I don't like, and no disrespect, Kaz Clem, I do not like that song at all.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you now, I'm not. It was always going to be a toss-up for me between My Generation and The Who. The Who and Moxie Music. Now, I wasn't around for My Generation, but I was 5 when I first saw Roxy Music on Top of the Pops. And it sort of, that's the path I was going down.
Yeah.
And so I would have gone with Virginia Plain, Roxy Music.
You see, for me, it would have been a toss-up between Gino and The Who. Because I remember seeing Dexy's Midnight Runners at the video, and them all dressed in their denim dungarees, looking like the tramps out of the back streets of Dublin. But that song, it was bouncy. It got into your soul.
It's a good song.
It is, and I really was. Do I want to go with The Who? My Generation, it is an iconic song. But then at the same time, video had arrived in music, and you were watching this, and I was seeing places that I knew, and I thought, I'll go with Gino. I'll go with Gino.
So this is all fresh. This is the first time you're saying that this is how this group's gone.
This, as you can see, whenever you do your little presentation, you do them in the order that they were released. This, I don't. I just put them in willy-nilly as they were added for consideration. So there's no correlation between you doing it your way, I do it separately, different. So there's, you can't say, oh, that got that because.
Yeah.
So the results are The Who, My Generation, and New Order, Bizarre Love Triangle both got 13 votes. Roxy Music got 5, and unfortunately Gino, and it wasn't me, who got 1 vote. So again, a tie, so we have to go to the analytics to show that New Order, Bizarre Love Triangle, got to 13 first. The Who got their second. So New Order qualify in first place from the group, and The Who qualify in second.
So that was that's all the groups done. So
I now need to go to this, and I'll go. Boom, here we go. These were the results. Those in green are the ones who were successful. Those in red with the strike through are the ones who didn't get the votes. So as you can see, qualifier 1, Bachman Turner Overdrive, qualifier 2, Magnum, and as we go across, John Lennon, Cars, The Jam, PIL, The Who, Deep Purple, Bowie, New Order, bum, all the way over to New Bizarre Love Triangle and The Who.
So, as you know, we are doing the knockout draw has been done, and it'll be out on Monday. And how we've put the numbers on the balls are the group qualifiers who came number 1 get all the odd numbers.
So BTO will be number 1 because they qualified first. Magnum will be number 2. John Lennon will be number 3. Gary Newman will be number 4.
And so on.
Brevity. Boom. Here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, down to number 16.
But when it comes to the quarterfinal, we will mix it up a little bit. So yes. What we'll do, we'll do a wheel and we'll just
spin it around
and we'll allocate it. But I thought it was easier just to have all the group.
It's easier to do that.
It stopped. The reason we did it like this, so it stopped the 2 that came out from a group going up against each other again. That's the only reason we've done it like this.
Depending on the draw. Because you never know. Number 1 could get drawn against number 2, blah, 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 blah. Hopefully that won't happen, but the potential is there.
The potential is there. So that's it. Now, the draw is being done. We're not doing it live because it doesn't just fit in with it. Well, it doesn't fit in with me.
It doesn't fit in with you, doesn't fit in with me, doesn't fit in with our personality. That's going to be doing the draw.
So that'll be out on Monday. Not all it leaves to say. Well, we're done for this, and you'll see us both back later tonight. Or if you're watching this tomorrow, you missed the live stream. So we'll see you all soon. So take care, everyone. Bye for now.
Ta-da.